Bridgepoint, Eanes, and Cedar Creek. We are so excited to play for you this morning. My name is Mrs. Hames, and I'm the head band director here at Hill Country. This is Mr. Riggin. He is another band director here at Hill Country.
Hello.
We're going to play for you some exciting songs, and then similar to what Miss Barisik talked about, we're going to show you some instruments. So before we do that, we'd like to start out with the full band playing Chant for Percussion. Instruments in the band to try, and we're going to go from the instruments that make the highest sounds to the lowest sounds and finish up with the percussion this morning. So the highest member of the woodwind family, the soprano member of the woodwind family, is called the flute. Flutes, hold them up so they can see. Awesome! Flutes are made of silver and we blow across them to make a sound. So this is Leela and Milena, and they're going to play a traditional song called the Galway Piper. Family is the oboe. It's a member of the double reed family. It's the soprano voice of the double reed group. So these are the oboes. Oboes, hold them up, please. They do use 2 reeds to make a sound, and Gain is going to play a pretty popular song called Let's Go Blue. In the woodwind family is the saxophone, and in 6th grade we play the alto saxophone, and these guys are going to hold them up so you can see. Awesome. Will is going to perform a song from the 90s, but I think you might recognize it. Of the woodwind classes, we have the clarinet. Clarinets, hold them up. There's a lot of us. We're the melody voice in the band. So this is Brooke, and she's going to perform a very popular song from a set of movies. brass family now. We have the soprano voice in the brass family. This is the trumpet. There's also a lot of us because we play the melody a lot. This is Nico, and he's going to play another classical piece called In the Hall of the Mountain King. In the brass family is the horn. Guys, hold them up. You might have heard it called the French horn. Both are technically correct. So it's about 25 feet of tubing. So you have to have a lot of air to play the French horn. And it makes a really beautiful sound. This is Elise, and she's going to play another popular song from a great movie. Bass clef instruments in the brass family. So the first one is the trombone. Hold them up, guys. The trombone uses a slide. You guys show them how the slide works, just move it in and out. Yeah, so there's no keys on it like all the other instruments. So it's pretty different like that. It's really cool. This is James, and he is going to play a pretty popular song I think that you guys will recognize. Member of the low brass family is called the euphonium. Euphoniums hold these guys up. It's like a baby tuba, and it's one of the newer instruments in the band. It's only about 100 years old. So this is Torin, and he's going to play another popular song that you might recognize. Is the lowest, it's the tuba. We have 3 awesome tuba players, and Mabel is going to perform a song from one of my favorite video games. All right, the final group in the band is the percussion section. And for percussion class, you actually do have to do a little bit of a tryout, but we'll talk about that later. So I want these guys to demonstrate all the different instruments that we play in percussion class. So the first one is hard to see. It's over here called the marimba. Instruments that we're playing this morning, and they're going to make a little sound for you. So over here we have Sohani playing the triangle. Excellent. And we have Owen over here playing the chimes. Excellent. And then we're going to show you a crash cymbal, a suspended cymbal, the snare drum, the bass drum, and the timpani. When you want to try out for the band, you do get to come over and try out the different instruments. So make sure you're watching your emails and listening to your teacher for all of that information. We have an informative meeting on February 15th at Westlake High School that you guys are invited to. And on February 26th, you're going to get a chance to try out any of the instruments that you want, also at Westlake High School. So make sure you're watching all of the information that you get each week to see when that information comes out to you. You don't have to have any experience to be in the band. We teach you how to read music. We teach you how to do all of this. None of these guys had ever played these instruments before this year. So we're excited to welcome you to the band as well, and we hope that you will try the different instruments. And now we're going to finish up our portion of the concert with another favorite called Star Wars.